Hi, and welcome to the SEO podcast, Unknown Secrets of Internet Marketing. My name is Chris Burris, owner of E-Webstyle.
I'm Charles Lewis, your Internet Marketing Specialist.
Thank you guys for tuning in. You are listening to podcast number 156. You may actually even be watching podcast number 156. As always, there is a tip from our previous podcast, if my iPad will cooperate, and it just did. The tip is, when blogging for SEO purposes, be sure to include a social component.
Yes, definitely. You want to make sure that your blog post and the articles, or anything that you're blogging about, is not only easily found, but easy to be shared. You want people to be able to plus it, to like it, to share it, dig it, and things of that nature. So if you're blogging, hopefully you're using WordPress, Go WordPress. They have plenty of plugins and options that make this very easy to do. So definitely make sure your blog posts are social.
Excellent. You are listening to podcast number 156. We are the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. That is because of you guys all out over there. 7,000 downloads a week, 64 countries around the world. Actually, my wife just took her oath for citizenship the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Houston.
Congrats, shout out to you,
It's a pretty interesting, huge stadium full of people. That was special. Huge stadium, 2,000 new citizens, and I've got a lot of other friends who took their citizenship oath in places like Boston or Connecticut with like 5 people.
Wow, but in Houston,
2,000 new.
So how often does the oath take place?
I think it's at least every quarter or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a pretty cool ceremony. Also, they specifically recognized those people who had served in the military, in the U.S. military, and were taking their citizenship oath. That was really, you don't really think about that. You can actually serve the military and not yet be a citizen, and so that was very cool. Remember, if you're near an electronic device, we have changed our hash code, hashtag technology, or thought process, or we've changed something. And so now grab your device and tweet
hashtag SEO podcast. That's it. Do not tag do not tag which episode you're watching. And here's the reason why. We'll share this with you. What we're trying to do, we are the best SEO podcast available. And so why not be the king of that term? Why not rank well for that term? And so one of our tactics to doing that in regards to social media is to go after that term with the hashtag. And so don't go hashtag SEO podcast 156 as you would probably like to do or want to do. Just go hashtag SEO podcast. Make sure you tag us in it at E-Webstyle. That way we can we'll see it and we can retweet it and do what we need to do with it. But we're really trying to take over that term. So help us out.
Cool. Thank you guys very much. Remember, we are your friendly local neighborhood top position snatchers, where our mantra is,
don't be a douche.
There is no algorithm cataclysm for today, and we've got some reviews. Yay! Woo.
I knew something was different. I say, man, the face clean, no tats, no anything.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the one that sucks.
Start with the one that sucks.
Here we go. Yeah, get ready. Yeah, there you go. This may require a kick in the shins. Lots of rambling about nothing. You gave us 2 stars. That's, if you're rambling about nothing, why are you giving us 2 stars? Like, I don't know. I wish they'd stay on task and discuss the actual point without rambling on about their day or how to add them on Twitter. Really, we're going to give away free information. You're not going to let us tell you how to add us to Twitter. I want to learn about SEO. Then maybe I would care to hear about their lives.
Who is that from?
This is from Alaya.
Alaya 01.
Yeah.
All right, Alaya.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll file that in the list of, in fact, very, very, very short list of people who.
I'll say this, usually especially on the web, anytime someone is providing free content, then there's usually some sort of action you need to take. You want to go download a free newsletter, you must leave your information. If you want to, especially in music these days, people download mixtapes and this and that, you have to like us on Facebook first, or do that. And so, same situation here. We try to provide the best SEO content for podcast content out there, and all we ask is for a like, follow, or review, a tweet. your choice. You ain't got to do all of them. So I understand you, Leia. Appreciate your your review,
feedback. Yep.
But it is what it is, Shawty.
And now we'll end on a better note. This is from the UK. Podcast worth a listen. This is from Glenn Ricketts. I have listened in its entirety and enjoy the flow of the whole thing. What's up, Chuck?
What up?
Or I think that's what's up, Chuck. He's British. Informative and a laugh. Good work, chaps. Thank you very much.
Uppercut punch in the face.
It's a across the pond punch in the face. Here we have a question on Facebook. I don't know if you saw this already. Adam Butler. He says, hey guys, just trying to send an email to support at E-Webstyle, but it bounced back. We'll be looking at that later today. This is June 29th, so I don't know. Hope this will get to us. Here's what he sent. First, just want to say how
Dear
much...
E-Webstyle.
Dear E- he wrote out dash. Website. I just want to say how much I enjoy your podcast. And I think I'm spitting all over this email.
Go ahead.
Yeah. How much I enjoy your podcast. It's by far the best SEO podcast of all time. I've learned a lot from you. Woohoo! Thank you.
Things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love the banter and general casualness of the podcast. Major punch in the face. So I'm relatively new to SEO, and he's dealing with a 301 redirect challenge. His understanding is that you should be directing to www and then a slash at the end. He's got 4 different ways to get to his site. He mentions site.com
with the slash.
Site.com with the slash again. I think Facebook automatically added a slash or something, so it was probably site.com without the slash, site.com with the slash, www.site.com without the slash, and www.site.com with the slash. First, I would say there are actually 4 that you're missing. Depending on what technology you're using, it could be index.php or index.html or default.html. But you need to add one of those for each of those pages, because site.com slash, okay, so it's only 2, slash index.html is also another way to get to your home page, and www.site.com slash index.html is a way to get to your page. So he was having a debate with his web designer, deciding where they should redirect it to.
Great debate to have.
Yeah, it is. And the reality is it doesn't matter that much. We tend to, people are used to www, so we tend to point to www. And just so you know, if you don't have a slash, it actually creates another server visit, right? So the first thing that happens is the server says, hey, did you mean with the slash? And then so that extra traffic, which is next to nil, and should be avoided. So make sure you do include the slash, and also make sure that you have your index.html or whatever your
default
page
homepage is
forward also back to the www.site.com slash. And that's it. It says, thank you, keep up the good work, it's greatly appreciated. Adam Butler, aka DJ Ada. And he says that if you really like hip hop, make sure to check out our mixtape. And you know we like hip hop, so
I'm here. DJ ADA or DJ Ada?
No, I don't know. ADA.
What's that? Mixcrate.com /silent wonderada.
Silent Wonder Ada.
Right.
So mixcrate.com /silent wonder Ada ADA. And there should be another slash. which is funny that Facebook didn't add it to the end of that one. That's kind of interesting. Excellent question. Thank you, guys. You can always send us a question. You can find us. You can follow us. You follow us twitter.com
/E-Webstyle.
On Facebook, it's facebook.com
/E-Webstyle.
youtube.com
/E-Webstyle.
You can email us at
podcast@e-webstyle.com.
That is the minus sign, not the word dash.
Yeah, it's a hyphen.
We appreciate Adam for typing that out. And a little bit of news.
Oh, yeah, got some news.
You're trying to cut me off already?
No, just,
What are you, Gino now? We'll go through this real quick. Rumors of an Apple Mini pad. HTC did, according to the UK, a UK judge, not the UK in general, which really represents the UK in general. HTC did not infringe on Apple patents, most of them, like 3 out of 4. There is a malware out there called DNS Changer. You will lose internet on Monday, so if you're listening to this, you may have already lost internet. They say that the guys who created this malware have probably made $14 million. They are in jail. And you can see if you have it by going to dns-ok.us. Again, that's dns-ok.us. By the way, when you go there, it says, it looks like everything's okay, and depending on your ISP, you could still be hosed. So yeah, it's at least a good sign. If it showed red, then then you know for sure you have it. Amazon is actually working on some smartphones.
Yeah, that's a market to penetrate. I read that article, and that's kind of one of the deals where, do you really want to get into that? I think with Amazon, they may have a fighting chance only because of the success of the Kindle. And so they've already penetrated some sort of mobile market,
right?
Tablet market, and they did fairly well.
Yeah.
And so I think coming out with the phone, it'll.
I think for the same reason Google did it, they have to do it, right? Because eventually the phone device is going to control media.
Well, and then I think it's more financial. When you look at Apple's iPhone, and we talked about this before, they have the device and the software.
Right.
And so they're reaping all of the benefits of that.
Yeah.
While I use Droid, right? I'm on the Nexus, you're on the
Samsung.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so while Android is the operating system, the devices are diverse.
Yeah.
And so Google can't reap as much of the money as they can without owning that device.
Right.
And so I think that's kind of the curve here with what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, it's a good move. I think they're going to end up doing well with it, just because of their mammoth size. I thought this was interesting. Google banned weapons-related listings from Google Shopping. So
now, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you want to type, I don't know, they said whatever, Magnum 57 padded handgun, nothing comes up, and it used to. And I just think, I don't know, I wonder what the logic is. Is it social commentary? Is it
Well, no, what's interesting
liability?
about that is because I remember when that came out, when that happened, that was recent. And I was, my boy Sal over at Top Spot, he posted on Facebook that same exact story, but he showed an example. And I searched the example, and he was correct. If you go to Google and use, what was that search phrase? It was starter pistol, something like that.
Right.
And then clicked on the shopping tab, you had results.
But it didn't show them on the initial SERP?
It didn't show them on the SERP page,
Oh,
but you had to click the shopping tab first. And then there were all sorts of results.
Okay.
And so that is contradictory to the article.
Yeah, I think my impression, because I think there was some examples, is that now when you go to shopping, it also says, because it literally said none found. And that wouldn't happen on a SERP. Right, they would show at least something organically. That would happen at the shopping.
At the shopping.
So, well, go check it out. And man, if they're pulling this is America. You can buy a gun. Like I don't know. Can you buy
online?
Can you buy them online? I don't know. That's interesting.
Probably not.
Should be able to buy accessories and bullets. I would think. I don't know. Maybe can't ship them. And finally, we've got New Orleans. They've got two people in New Orleans who are kind of petitioning Google and said, please update our street views. Get down the 2005 Katrina images from our street views.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's almost a worthy complaint. You know, come on now, it's not. 10 years have passed. Update our views.
All right, we have exceeded our Geno time limit by 1 second today, so we're gonna start getting into content.
3, 2. Okay, now Geno time limit exceeded. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about local SEO, and more importantly, local SEO with Google Plus. Because one of the recent rollouts that they did was they merged Google Local Plus, which is the difference between Google Plus page and your Google Local Plus page. They recently allowed businesses to go in and create a Google Plus page.
Right.
And then they rolled out Google Local Plus page. And now they merged your Google Places listing with your Google Plus Local page. And so if you already had a Google Places page, if you visited it recently, you should notice that it's not the same as it was. Now it's a Google Plus local page. And so I want to talk about that, some of the effects it has on SEO, and some things you can do to help migrate successfully and don't get caught up without anything. So I found this article here, Searching the Journal, pretty good article, and we didn't have a list of tips, so I had to go through it, but it was some pretty good information. Most of it I was kind of aware of. We had been working on it with ourselves and some other clients, and so I figured we'd share it. Just to cover the basics, what they did was they converted all existing Google Places pages into Google Plus local pages. So basically in the past, you had two options. You either had a Google Places page or you had a Google Plus page. And so the Places page, and we've done thousands, even though we don't have 1,000, but thousands of podcasts on Google Places. You want to go in, it's like a directory listing that showed up on the maps and in a local search and things like that. But that page was not indexed. Number one, it was all based off what information you had already filled in. Number two, you had to upload the images and had the correct categories and make sure you had the right addresses, and more importantly, use the correct local
categories
indicators that you were a local business, like a local address, not a PO box, or a phone number with the area code for the area you're targeting.
One of our keys to that was make sure that it was 100% complete.
Yeah.
So if they gave you the opportunity for 5 videos, have 5 videos. They gave you the opportunity for 10 images, have 10 images.
Mm-hmm. And so the question got asked, how will Google Plus local pages affect the SEO? And so in a couple ways. One of the things they did differently was the local Plus pages now have your Google Plus page now has a local tab. And so if you're like me, you probably don't frequent Google Plus that often. I'm trying to make more effort on that.
Right.
But now when you go there, once you get over the new layout that they released, along the left side there is a local page. And it's cool because the icon for it is the actual pin from the Places page.
Right.
And so that's how you access the local page. So look for that and make sure all your information is complete there. Another thing that they changed, the Zagat reviews.
Right.
So it's no more stars.
Right.
It's no more 1 through 5 stars. They have the Zagat review data there, and that kind of replaced that whole 5-star system.
I wonder if they've used the Zagat reviews in the appropriate places for, like, restaurants and I don't know, maybe tourist spots versus like our local places. Zagat is probably not writing a review about E-Webstyle, and they're probably not writing a review about tax attorney XYZ. If they're just staying with their own, or they've just incorporated whenever there is a Zagat review available, they incorporate it.
Well, what I understand is that the Zagat reviews are incorporated when available, but I believe it ties into the Google user, so you can update that Zagat database with your own review.
Oh, wow.
Because again, it's still a user generated review.
Right.
And so no one comes here.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be a review for E-Webstyle on Zagat.
Right.
Google Plus local pages are being integrated into the Google Search, Google Maps, and Google Mobile. And so those 3 places right there are where you really want to be if you're a local business. And so you definitely want to make sure that you have that Google Plus local page set up. So how do you set that up? Let's get into some actions you need to take. First thing, if you already have a Places page, your old Places page that was migrated, all of them haven't been migrated. It's a process they're rolling out. And so if you have one and it hasn't been migrated, then keep it up. Make sure all the information is up to date. Make sure all of your contact information is there. Make sure if you have multiple addresses, all of those are there. Upload as many images as possible, because when they migrate it, you want all of that information to come over to the new one. If you haven't, let's see here. Be careful to set up your Google Plus page using the so this is if you have a Places page already and it's verified, but you want to kind of go ahead and set up the local page as well. Then make sure you use the same email address. This is key. Make sure you use the same email address for that local Plus page that you use for your Google Places page.
Right.
That way you won't definitely drop the ball, and if they happen to migrate before you complete it, all of your information will definitely go across. Now, if you don't have a Google Place page, then go set one up. You can still go to google.com/places and begin setting that up. I'm willing to bet, and I haven't even tried this, but I'm willing to bet that that'll probably redirect you to Google's local.
Yeah.
So go do that, and then take the same steps you would do on a regular Places page. Add all your images. Choose the correct categories. Make sure that those categories are the right keyword-rich categories. Don't put a ton of keywords in your titles and things like that, because that kind of confuses Google in regards to what your company name is, because that's what they're really focused on, and what you do. Save your descriptions and categories for your keywords. Brand your company, title name, things like that. Use your company name. Make sure you use a phone number in your Google Plus listings that controls the area code of the city you're in. Yeah, so for us, ours would have 713. We were in Houston, and that day is coming up too. It's a Houston holiday, July 13th.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, local underground rapper deal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 713. Mm-hmm. So we'll make sure that you include the right area code.
Do we have 3 of them? 281. I guess that's not a real date. You do 28-1, that'd be January 28th.
Huh?
You just switch the one.
Oh, well then it's not. Okay. Yeah.
Now I know more about the hip hop underground than I ever did before.
Here's a cool one here that I wasn't actually doing. We'll start doing. In the website field for your listing, instead of putting the link to your homepage with the slash, put a link to your contact page.
Right.
Or a locations page, more importantly, because it has a higher effect. Google understands that this page will likely contain an address that should match. And if you've been embedding, let's say, a Google map on your contact page, get the map that shows up from your places listing, and that way they'll be in sync. Incorporate keywords, or upload as many pictures as possible. And the last one on here was start beefing up your presence on the site. So yeah, if it's Google Plus, and you're probably like me and a few other people, although Bill uses it, I've seen you've been using it a lot more lately. You have to start using it. You have to really start adding people to your circles, getting in other people's circles, communicating, doing things like that. And that way, the more presence you have, the more information is on there, the more social it is. I'm pretty sure the higher your ranking will be. One of the things that the article mentioned that I forgot to mention was that over time, right now, you can't merge them. Right. So for some people have a Google Plus business page, and now they have a Google Plus local page. 2 separate pages, and right now you can't merge them. And so you have to kind of maintain both until Google allows that merge to happen. And the good thing about having the local page is that it will allow you to be more social and tie in with other networks.
Right. So,
for example, a Foursquare check-in could happen on your Google Plus local page. And so you want that on your Google Plus business page.
Right.
You can't have that until they merge. So set them both up, use them, and then hopefully Google will roll out that merge pretty soon. So that was it for today. Google Local.
Cool.
And Google G+.
Good stuff. Google's always changing. This is a major change.
This is huge.
Huge. In fact, this could be I don't know if we used it for our algorithm cataclysm. We'll use it next time. Because it's that significant. The impact that Google Plus places, local places, is going to have is going to be significant. So, actually, we got a little blank stare.
Blank stare news. Let's get blank first.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a good blank. That's a good blank. Blanket this guy here. So this guy, Michael Shane Hager, dude, 34 years old, dude from New Zealand. He's on the run from police, got warrants out for his arrest. So the New Zealand police, they posted his picture on Facebook, and he liked it.
Whoa! He was probably in the middle of a crime when he liked.
He liked it and commented. His comment was, "Hoorah!"
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I think I know that there was a subpoena about that like. That's hilarious. Where did that like occur from?
Yeah, that's what they said. They haven't found him yet. He went and deleted it and everything else, but yeah, once you do it, it's out there, man. So
that's crazy.
But
all
I
right.
stare at him for liking his warrant.
It's the same as the blank stare on people it's like logging into their Facebook account while they're burglaring a house and then leaving themselves logged in. We're coming to get you. We'll see you soon. You have been listening to the most popular SEO and internet marketing podcast. Yes. I think of all time is what Adam told us. Of all time. What is it? Boombaye?
Was it Ali? Yeah, that was it.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for making us the most popular SEO podcast and internet marketing podcast of all time. Until the next podcast, my name's Chris Burris.
Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.